What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Plio and today we're going to look at the new Tifa banner. Let's look into the outfit, which is like honestly looking sexy, clean, stylish, silky feeling. Yeah, looking really soft and hard at the same time, if that makes sense. I really like the weapons because they look like weak, but you can clearly imagine how magic is about to pop out of these gloves. So much magic in these fingers. Anyhow, Passion Mermaid is doing Sun's Favor, which is 5% HP and 15% physical defense. Fantastic R ability. Plus Flame Blade Arcanum, 35% fire ability damage. This is a really good outfit. In terms of stats, it's one of the best outfits we have seen. Shell Knuckles, it deals 940% at max level, magical fire damage, and also when Tifa's HP is 70% or more, it deals 1.2 extra damage. Boost magical attack 31 points, boost fire potency 39 points. SPT materia breaks cross sigil, and the base stat is 660 magical attack, which is not the highest we have seen, but it's pretty high. Now, is this going to replace Zack weapon? Well, it's time to compare this weapon with other weapons and units and then start thinking, should we pull on this banner? So, this used to be the OG fire team, and in the past, 850% fire physical was the top, right? Now we're doing 900 plus with an extra of 1.2 if you keep your units with a lot of life. And then it's time to compare Zack and Tifa together. So, in a way, the good thing is that now we can build this team. We can play with 2 DPS and 1 support unit. But unfortunately, I don't think this team will actually have any space in the future, because lately we have seen that dungeon ranking events are not there anymore, and we always need like some kind of support unit like Matt to do physical defense up, or Iris to do magical defense up, or physical and magical, maybe both at the same time. So then we will need to compromise Sephiroth or one of these DPSers for a healer. So then it only gives us a space for 1 DPS because we need someone to do fire resistance down. Because of that, I don't think we can play like this, but it would be really nice. It would be really nice to see how much power we can do. Now, comparing Stringar with the new weapon, this one, it does a bit less damage apparently, but let's not sleep on this R ability. 25% extra magical damage because we get 46 points. This one is actually better option than this one max out, 940%. Apparently you are going to do more damage, but buffing all your party damage, it will lead to better outcomes. So then you could play with a full magical team as we used to do, Zack, Sephiroth, and Iris, and then every one of them could do a lot of damage. So, in a way, the new weapon is another option. It doesn't come to replace Stringar. It comes to say, hey, there's another option, another good fire unit in the game that you can use. Also, I will say that Tifa can play a dual elemental mage because Shell Knuckles is going to be extremely good at fire, and then we can bring, for example, Bunny Gloves with Dash Water, but not only that, it also allows Tifa to buff her own magical attack. So then you're starting low, and then after 3 hits, you are doing max damage, and then you can go back to fire. Or, alternatively, if you pull on the crossover, you could also bring Thunder and Fire. Again, exploring that dual elemental magical unit, which is going to share 7 boost magical ability potency, 7 boost magical attack, and then a lot of fire potency and a bit of water or thunder, depending on which one is your primary element and then the secondary element. So she can really shine at doing that role, which is something that Zack cannot do at the moment. And also let's remember that if we see the trend, in the past she got not only a water an S tier water weapon, but also she got further gloves, allowing herself to buff her own water damage. Maybe the game will bring us something like this so that she can continue buffing her own fire damage, making her the ultimate fire unit. I don't doubt it could happen. But also, let's not sleep on things like Kaiser Knuckles that does magical defense decrease high, or things like Leather Gloves that does physical attack decrease high, or Tiger Fan magical attack decrease high. So she has really good options to reduce the attack of the enemies or to help us produce more damage, which in a way could be the replacement for the different utility that Sun can bring. There's only one thing that Sun can do that she doesn't do as great, and is physical defense down high thanks to Cutlass. Apart from that, Cutlass, which is this one, she doesn't have physical defense down high, she has physical defense down low or mid, if I remember correctly, thanks to one of those free weapons from the Turks. Yeah, the Turks physical defense down. But again, we are building a magical team, so physical defense will come out of Radiant Edge, and you will pop it just before doing the summons. All I'm trying to say is, yeah, if you don't have Zac, then Tifa could be your option. But again, we have the anniversary in less than 60 days. We have Vincent coming. So, yeah, just be mindful. Then, answering your question, should you pull on this banner? I think it's easily skippable because you have other units that we have seen here. If you are building a fire team, you still have the OG units or the new ones that just drop. If you are building a fire team, you might be playing with Juffy, Sephiroth, and a healer like Matt, or maybe Juffy, Lucia, and a healer. So then, yeah, you have options there, plenty of options, making this banner like easily skippable, and at the same time, a really good looking banner, promising weapon, and yeah, an extra option for us. Definitely something that I like is that it's a banner that is not needed to clear content like the previous ones, which were like kinda needed unless you were like previously a Kraken. But let's not forget that we also have this one, Shark Slayer, which does 420% physical non-elemental plus possibility of crit with only 3 ADBs. That's fantastic. And it does fire resistance down high, plus if the HP of Barret is 50% or more, water resistance also down high. Boost HP 31 points, and buff and debuff extension 52 points, which is like decent. SPT materia breaks Circle Seal, which is really good for a primary weapon, making Barret now a useful support unit in this kind of like elemental battle. So he could bring Assault Gun for physical defense up high, or Micro Laser for like magical attack buff, plus then ability to heal with SPT materia. And then this one. So Barret could start becoming useful. Maybe he is going to challenge the spot that Red 13 has of being like one of those forbidden units that are only getting some love via the weapons and never getting outfits. Maybe Barret could play that role, because now fire resistance and water resistance could perhaps become useful. And if we ever need fire and water, this is exactly where Tifa will shine. Fire and water is exactly her specialty, or fire and thunder. So yeah, plenty of options there. Now, me personally, I think I'm going to pull until the outfit, because it will give me the choice to play with a massive fire DPS team, magical fire DPS team, and also really like Tifa. So if dungeon rankings come again, this could be an option. This team could become a thing. But I'm afraid that will never happen. So then I will need to choose between this team or maybe, yeah, actually this team will be better. Maybe I don't think 2 DPS will work, because we need fire resistance down. So it will all depend on which weapons the other units get. If we ever get a fire resistant down from Iris, wow, that would be huge. Or maybe a fire resistant down from Zac, that will also be huge. We don't know. Let's see. All right, so let's have a look. trash. Okay, so those are my thoughts. What do you think? Are you going to pull on the banner? Let me know in your comments. Let's continue the conversation so that we all can learn from each other. My name is Plio. I really, really appreciate you watching. So if you like this type of content, please consider showing a like or subscribe to the channel, and I will be grateful forever. Until the next time, cheerios. Bye bye.